Okay. Well, this is different. How's it going, everybody? It is Zoid813 here, and this is an impromptu stream. I have to work on thumbnails for an upcoming video, and I figured might as well bring you guys to the process for whoever wants to sit here. So we'll see how it goes. If you can't hear me, please let me know in the comments down below. But this is actually the piece I'm working on is actually the next piece for Fool's Bounty, which is our kind of side off mini adventure. Currently starring me as a DM, Damien Alpazar as one of our players, and NerdTots J as our other player. So that next video should be coming out soon. So this is kind of the little hint as to what's going to happen. But yeah, it's really all we're doing right now is just chilling. Put some music in the background. You may see my kid jump through here and there, depending if he realizes that I'm doing stuff. But yeah, just color. That's it. So let's go and get started here. I'm really just right now working on a blackened or gray, I should say, grayed out background. What I'm trying to do is really find kind of where I want my darker tones and my lighter tones really coming through here. I kind of have different things on some layers, which I don't have my Photoshop. You guys will see what I'm coloring, but you won't see the layers. I have everything kind of like set up for different layers. So let's get to work here. So right now we are, for those who haven't watched it, for those that are, we have our tiefling here, which is Amon, played by NerdTots J. And over here we have our sea elf, which is Carib. I don't know why I can never, it's such an easy name, Carib, for like Caribbean, because he's from the sea. You would think I'd be able to remember that, but I don't. So working on those two. Let's see here. So I'm going to piece out. I'm going to start blocking out where I want to color map his flesh here. Primarily, is that going to, okay. Primarily Amon's here, where the flesh itself, oh, that's not, oops. That's not flesh. This is flesh. I did not finish his glove. That's fine. We'll figure things out as we go, I guess. Let's get each of those little digits, little piggies. You know what? He doesn't need a glove on this hand. Do I have any other flesh exposed for him? I don't. Let's pull this up here. Okay. Uh-oh, what happened? I clicked out. Duh. Alright, let me expand what I got selected. That's probably like 1 pixel. It doesn't have to be crazy, just enough so that it covers the lines where we're going to be at. And I just want to block out his tones, his flesh, and lip. Ooh, wrong layer! Wrong layer. Thank God. This is. Boom. Thank God this is Photoshop. Wrong layer would have been hurt. So there we go. Kind of have his flesh put out, and this is, again, just to see. It's gonna be weird because it's all, you know, variants of gray right now. This is just to see where I want his flesh to go, and just to really make sure that these characters are gonna be set apart from the backgrounds. It's something new I'm trying. I'm still very much an experimental artist. I'm trying to find, you know, my zone, my comfort zone and stuff. So I'm trying out different things. So let's work on a piece of these boots, these darker pieces, and we'll match that with. Yes, I know, Photoshop. You don't like when I hit shift so much, but I gotta hit it. Oh, how do I get that to? That's gonna be all right. No worries. We'll figure that shit out later. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, and his pauldron will be that color as well as these. Nope, not you. These wraps, not you. Oh, it's because I didn't finish the line. It did. Ugh! My goodness. Can I not select what I want to select? There we go. Let's see, what variation of, let's get like more of like an orangey gray in there, like something of a slight warmer variety, right? Boop. Why didn't you color them all? Oh, poop, 'cause I'm on the wrong layer. Duh. Can we fly the kite?
Yes.
We will fly the kite in just a little bit, okay? I'm just working on some stuff. Right now, you want to say hi to the peoples on YouTube?
No, what you done on TV?
Huh?
No, what you done on TV? Because I don't know
Yeah, you can go watch YouTube on the TV. That's fine.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Because Rocky and I were here.
Okay. See you, bud.
I'm going to take the next one. Oh, my God,
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah, that was a little more sunny, but I told you you'd be here at some point. I'm wondering how I feel about. Again, these aren't the final colors I'm laying down. Look at Zoid being productive. This explains why it takes you forever. Exactly, it does take me forever to get through thumbnails because I got to figure out how I'm going to color grade this and stuff. So yeah, so I figured if I'm doing this, I might as well spend my time doing this. I got the day off today, so fuck off, Don. All right, I don't know how I feel. This is where me being me gets the best of me, because I want to make sure that whenever I finally start dropping colors in here, I'm gonna get the desired results. Let me get boot noise. You know what? And his glove in that hand will be fine. Yeah. Drop down layer 2. I should probably mark out my layers. That'd probably be the better productive thing. There we go. And see, there's not a whole bunch of a difference. However, if I go ahead and drop a color gradient over this, you can see where things are going to kind of. Let's go with red, maybe. Some reds. You see, that's what this is. It's bright as shit. That's better, to an extent. Grays, oranges. You know what? Iridescent. Because what I want is that differentiation between this character and the other character in the background. So I want the two characters to stand out in the foreground, while everything else is still going to be colored, but I want to make sure that their colors stand out to where it's not, the hues and values of the colors aren't meshing so much to where it's going to look odd, because everything seems, even though when we look at it, it's like, oh yeah, that character's red, and the building next to it is like a whitish cream. But the values and hues can be so close together that when they're put into a gradient map, they almost blend. Or when they're put black and white, the values now are all similar to where it looks like one blob. And that's why some pieces look odd. It's because they have that, to where it's all almost similar like that. Let me delete out of that. So now I have a good idea of where I'm going with this, but I want a better one. Let's go with this. I am going to label my layer. So we'll do line art. You are simply our colors, correct? We'll do color test. That sounds right to me. That feels right to me. Alright, let's get his armor pieces here. Oop, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Baby boy. Nope. There we go. Jesus, sometimes it just takes a minute. And I want this undercoat to match as well. I'm also playing with No, I don't want you to make noise, please. Thank you. I'm trying to play with materials. I'm not the best with materials and having them look a certain way, so it's difficult for me. I'm used to drawing very cartoonily, so in some of my other things where you've seen a lot of the thumbnails for our other D&D videos, the other Fool's Bounty videos, a lot of them look really cartoony because that's what I did for long, so it's all cartoony background stuff. There we go. And so breaking out of that cartoony background stuff gets tricky for me because it's like sometimes I start defaulting back to it, and it's really hard. Alright, let's start singling out this other piece here. His pieces there. His little arm wrapping. Why can I select that one? That's fine. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip it. And again, if you guys have questions or just want to shout out some of your favorite moments, if you have checked out some of our other D&D stuff, if you have some of your favorite moments you want to share, definitely throw that in the chat because I like to hear it from the standpoint of one, already being one of the people that are playing constantly, and then secondly from hearing your guys' point of view on stuff and how things went down or could have gone down. That to me is fun. That to me is interesting. Do I need to mark off anything else? You know what? Just for poops and giggles, let's do that. Let's see what kind of color we get here. I'm thinking, what if we went even more reddish with this gray, right? Like it's still a red gray. It's still going to be dark because again, I'm not color mapping anything just yet. I'm really trying to get those hues and values, make sure these characters are going to stand out from each other and from the background. So I want to make sure that these grays are just going to be okay. And so you can already see, even without color, this character is already kind of getting his own sense of feel. I forgot to do my boy's tail. Hold up. Back to line art layer. And let's just make sure we get that as it needs to be. Hey. Alright, last we have is his hair. And we have this little cloth dangly thing that's right here. So that's what I want to... Maybe we go... So we have them with reds, we have them with orangey reds. Maybe we should go the opposite way and go with like a green gray. I'm feeling. Get them a complementary color that's going to be in this. Let's zoom in a bit. Make sure we're on our line art layer. Just make sure we capture between those lines. And start selecting away. And so when we color this is when we're going to start layering out our shadows and where different light is going to be. Okay, I'm digging that. So there's a difference. However, I fudged up, so let me just go to my line art layer. Let me fix that. Ooh, that's so fat. Hold on. Okay. Let's just close off that gap. Beautiful. There we go. Let's take a look at Big Boy here. Alright, so Amon is looking decent. He's standing out. We kind of have the different mapped out areas of his stuff. Now we're gonna work on Karib. Why did I create a group? Sometimes I do dumb things. I don't need a group yet. Please go away. I'm just gonna delete that. Thank you. No! Great Scott! I just want to delete the group. Delete group. Group only. Hey, we done it. Alright. I swear, sometimes I freaking shoot myself in the foot. Oh, his hair. Poop. So this is not the part that's hard for me. Coloring his hair is gonna be a nightmare because again, I like to do, well not like to, but I grew up doing a lot of like simple cell shading and just simple like put the color on there. You know, we're used to like the coloring books. You know, layer your color. Why yada yada yada. Why you keep selecting that? Should I do it there? Nope, I don't want that part. I want that part. Nope, I don't want that part. I want that part. Nope, don't want that part. I want that part. Nope, I don't want that part. Hold on, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Before I lose my shit, I want that part. It ain't gonna give it to me. That's fine. I'll color that in separately. And I want his. Let's go a little odd here. Let's do like a purplish gray, right? Something dark, because he is gonna have darker hair. So that'll be. Oh, are we not coloring it all in? I guess. All right. So Amon has pretty much stepped out from the background. So this is perfect. Now we can work on crib. So crib style. So Amon has more dark, kind of dark leathers, simple clothing and things like that. Amon doesn't really wear armor. He has like some odd knickknacks. He has a little bit of spoilers. His belt is actually a blade whip sword that he has around him at all times, and he can change out from various forms for various form styles. He likes to be very fluid with his fighting style, which the next thing that comes up will be pretty interesting to see how we use it. So his is more simple, that way it allows him that full movement. So he doesn't really have those heavy leathers, even medium or light leathers like Amon has. He has more of cloth, and aside from his boots, obviously. So his scheme is a little bit more darker. He is a blood hunter after all, so he likes that aesthetic. And now that's up to me to figure out how the fuck we're gonna do that aesthetic. First things first. Let me map out. Ooh, I forgot that. Yeah, that's fine. Let me map out his flesh. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's all of his exposed flesh. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Now, what freaking flesh do I want this man to have? So Amon is gonna have a reddish skin. So I think I gave him a greenish base. Karib, on the other hand, is a brother. Hello, Neffy, and thanks for on the stream. Just kind of coloring through here, kind of going over some character stuff. So Karib, who I'm trying to color now, he's a brother. I'm what? Maybe a yellow base, a yellow to apply like an orange on top later, or maybe like a blue base. I'm trying to think of the color wheel. I'm not good with color wheel stuff. All right. What's on the color wheel things? Like complementary. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with what I thought. I'm gonna go with more of a yellowish base for him on this one, and then we'll kind of see how it plays out from there. So let's get him laid out. And just because I don't want his hair as part of this, I'm just gonna erase. Ooh, come on, eraser. I'm gonna erase some of this out a bit. Because when we do his hair isn't going to be the same color as his face, you know? That's not how things work. But, alright. Okay, so we already got a different skin tone between Karib and Amon. This is perfect. And Neffy, if you just joined, again, hello. This is not the final coloring yet. We are doing a kind of a gradient hue value balancing before we apply colors, just to make sure the characters themselves are gonna stand out the most, and then we're gonna do the background as the background works. So I'm just I'm playing around with that. I'm testing things for my own stuffs as well. But if you guys haven't checked out Fool's Bounty, definitely do. It's been fun. It's my first DM. Oh, that's a lie. It's not my first DM experience. I have ran a few one shots and other things, but this is my first adventure to a grander campaign that's kind of building. And what we did is we wanted Damon, because Damon wanted to join us with D&D, but he wanted to understand it a lot more before he jumped into our normal campaign. So I went in and created this mini adventure for him that was only supposed to last, I don't know, what, like 3 episodes or three to 4 sessions. But him and Jay, if you guys have seen any of our other stuff in general, you know Jay. Him and Jay have the most random ass relationship between characters that works but doesn't work. And they keep dragging things out in the best possible way. And as long as they want to keep doing it, I'm going to keep doing it as well, because we have secrets, and I hope they don't watch this. We have secrets coming up that I have had planned since session 1 for them to get to around session 3-ish, just because I want it to be a short adventure. And let me tell you, they have done everything within their power to ensure that doesn't happen. Not so much like to ensure that it doesn't happen, but to basically go in a way that they are really good at being dumb. Whoa. Oh no. I didn't hit G. Like, yo, cut G. Now you see, look at this. That's a beautiful example. I chose a blue. Oh no, I didn't. It took away my color. I chose blue. Alright, I was about to say something very dumb. There we go. Alright. And so what will happen is when we go into coloring later, this awkwardly, like, jaundiced looking skin with this weird gray coat is gonna turn into a island faring sun-kissed brother with a dark cloth kind of robe around him. Is what it'll end up being. Hopefully. Let me just get this corner, because if not, it is gonna bug me. And if you guys have any tips and tricks, not even just about like D&D or anything like that, if you guys have tips and tricks on art in general, I'm not a professional artist. I love drawing, do not get me wrong. And what I'd love to do, characters, like, I mean, 90% of the characters you guys have seen is me doing the different stuff for that. Bunda, I've killed a Don. I've buried him under my floorboards. And that's where he will remain until I decide otherwise. I may resurrect him at some point. Who knows? But welcome, Bunda. Welcome to your new overlord and his new show, where we simply are coloring and chilling. Yeah, I mean, I'm no professional artist, but I love doing the stuff that I do for the channel, which is creating a lot of our overlays, creating our logo, different things like that, creating 98% of our thumbnails, aside from the one that Adon does for himself, which sometimes him and I'm like, why wouldn't you just wait for me? It's just because I never have time, so it's all right. Good idea. I've been thinking about killing Adon too. Listen, that's the point of all of our Magic the Gathering games, all of our, what have I done? I don't want you to be that. Okay. Did I alpha lock that? There we go. Now we're back. That's the point of every single one of our Magic the Gathering games, even our Munchkin games, is Adon always dies. He has to die. Otherwise, what is the point in living in the first place if you can't kill Adon? That's how I like to live my life, and god damn it is how I'm going to stick with it. Let's keep with this grayscale until I really decide what I'm going to do with colors here. Why are these locking now? What did I do to cause such a ruckus? It's fine. I'll just have to double click on layers. Will I fix that later on? Who freaking knows? Alright, so let's look at both of these in a, what the, okay, hold on. What did I do? Can I just like unlock it? I don't really care at this point. Alright, let's look at these under a gradient map real quick and just see. Nope, those are too bright. I need something Darker, please. Alright, let's look at it with... Nope. Where's the freaking one I had last time? Oh, I had one last time. I just don't know where it went. Was it you? It was not you. You? 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 What the frick? Don, which one did I pick? Because now I'm trying to showcase things, and it's not working for me. You know what? What if I just... What if I said no and just didn't do the gradient map? Yeah, let's delete that. I think I did it on... That's why. I did it on the wrong one. Silly me. Silly me. Now let's try it. There we go. Now it's standing out more. That's what I wanted. So boom. This is, I think this is the one I had before. But it was bright as fuck, so I went to this one. Yeah. Alright. So we've seen the original of me kind of still playing around with the grays right now. With a gradient map, I can actually see a little bit better where the different colors are going to be. So you can still see that right now, that background, all one color pink. We can see Amon's flesh, the tiefling here, his is already darker, so now if I overlay red onto it later, it's going to really look nice. Cribs, you can still see it has that color to it. So it's a deeper offset pink than what the background is, which is good. It still breaks it up. But when he gets his flesh tone, it's just going to kind of play off of it well. So right now everything looks like a banana split. So we are going to remove that off because we don't need this currently. But I'm going to keep playing around with the gradient and until I get a gradient that I'm happy with and then start applying colors. In Magic, I'd kill all of you, but I only play Standard. Y'all play Commander. We do fucking love Commander, but we do also play Standard. We have a lot of one-on-ones and arena tournaments, and we also started playing Untap.io, which is a website where you can play Magic, build whatever deck you want, just similar to Arena, except there's no restrictions. You can build whatever the fuck you want in there, and it's a little bit clunky and odd to use at first, but it's fun. But yeah, we have a bunch of standard decks that we do play, but usually we're all together. So there's usually 4 or more of us together at once. So when we play, yeah, we play a lot of Commander, and we love it because of the shenanigans that you get into. And in fact, what was it? I've built a Don, two or three Commander decks. I think it was 2 Commander decks and like 1 Standard. I've built 70% of Jay's decks, both Standard and Commander. And then I think I have like, I think me personally I have like 2 pre-cons, and then I've built the rest. Whether they're good or bad, time and time again. Which is why if I do lose against Jay or Don in Magic, and they were playing against me with a deck I made them, I never feel like I've lost because, hey, I made that deck, so technically I still won. And it's fucking great. And they hate it because I never am salty when I lose against something I built. Alright, let's go with more. Let's see, I want to get... Oh, now we're kind of going in. Alright, let's do this one. I want to keep his Karib's look is very dark. His whole thing is, I'm an edgelord. He's not edgelord, but he is dark, and he's one of those darks where he's like, he's really not a dark character, but because of shit that's happened to him, he has to play that dark, or he chooses to play that dark character. And watching his and Amon's kind of back and forth on stuff is great because Jay's character forces demons to really break out of a lot of stuff. And he's also the one that causes him... Why did I make another thing? Also causes him a lot more grief than need be. And it's great. I love it. Alright, so we gotta get... I feel like I'm taking way longer on Clave, and that's always because the first one I feel like I'm going through, I'm like, alright, this is a rogue, it's tiefling, let's go for it. But when we have more of like the general stuff like this guy, I'm like, alright, so do I keep, what do I do, what skin tones would look better, because he is just straight, he's technically half sea elf, half other, which it's fun because these guys have left me up to a lot of liberty when it comes to their characters and what kind of backstories. Like, they have backstories. Minus Jay's. Jay doesn't like backstory because it forces him to think and use his brain. So instead, I think that's everything there. Yeah. So instead, he usually goes for, or I'm an orphan. He goes for the very just, I'm an orphan guy. Leave me be, I'm an orphan type stuff. So he left it up to me this time. He's like, I want to be an orphan, but I'll leave you the details of you know, backstory stuff. And I was like, huh, okay. Which, first off, I would argue you never want to. What did it ruin my color again? You never want to give your DM too much freedom over your backstory because one, you're not as emotionally attached to it. Two, what the heck? All right, there we go. Two, when things are meant to be built up in a way to where it's affecting your character in a manner that it should feel very, very personable, and it doesn't, then it kind of takes away some of the feels. That's my opinion on whether or not, giving your DM like kind of like full reign on stuff. However, in Jay's case, it works because what it does, it allows me to emotionally manipulate him in a way that he wouldn't have cared if he had done it himself. And he really, it's fun watching him because he's like, okay, I know you're going to pull some bullshit. But then when I pull out some bullshit that he finds really cool, and because I've known him for so many years, I know what's going to trigger in his head a certain response that I'm looking for, especially in regards to making this story interesting for him. And I have some plans for this stuff. Sorry. I don't know why he's the way he is. He barks at ghosts. I'm convinced at this point because there will be nothing there. And that dog will go full on just barking at the world type stuff. Like the other night, 3:30 in the morning, he's in there. It's just me. It's just me here. My girl was she was at work, so it's just me. Getting her laying in bed, and homie just starts growling and looking at my corner. I'm like, there are one of two possibilities. A, he is dreaming something fierce and is still in that dream and looking at the corner. Or B, the boy is seeing ghosts, and if that's the case, I'm not about that life. I don't want that smoke. So I took him out of his cage and I had him sleep on the bed. But I was like, come on, bro. We can't do that. We don't do that type of stuff here. I don't want that. I really gotta figure out. I think when I'm done with this, I gotta figure out what the heck I just did to fudge up my Photoshop to where now every time I go to switch layers, it's just making me redo so much. Why you gotta be extra, Photoshop? Why you gotta be extra? I can't complain though. I guess I can't complain. All right, so we have our sword mapped out, and again, yes, this is a belt sword. This is Karib's belt sword, and he hasn't used it much yet, but in upcoming videos he will. So let's finish mapping out these corners. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting a distinction between the two characters, and it's good. I really wonder how I want to overlay some of this stuff because where did my music go? Video, yes, continue watching. I was enjoying my music. How dare you? There we go. This should be good. Yeah, I was very happy with what I was listening to. Ugh, I don't want the commercials. You're ruining everything.
Daddy,
Yes.
I don't want to eat anymore, but Mom ate a little bit.
Okay, put it in the trash so he doesn't eat no more. Okay.
He ate a lot of
Okay.
chicken nuggets.
Put it in the trash so he doesn't. Put it in the trash so he doesn't get it anymore. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Go. Can't leave the child alone for 3 seconds without him feeding the dog. I swear. All right. Last thing we need are just his boots, which should be fine, I reckon. Yeah, other than this, I'm not. I will say, DMing for these two guys is hella fun because their brains are on 2 different spectrums at every turn. So watching them try, and I say try like very loosely, watching them, I should say, what the fudge knucker? There we go. Watching them struggle with coming to a consensus to where they're both like, okay, this is fine, is always interesting to see because, well, one's very, all right, we're goal oriented, let's knock this out, let's get in good with these people. The other one's like, let's start a fire without fail, without freaking fail. And I love it. The death that has happened in so far, or almost deaths that have happened, have usually been because they've done something so dumb in like the bestest of way. There we go. So boots should about be done. Let's just make sure we're all set. And hey, if you guys do end up liking this, you know, or just even if it's just something in the background you guys are kind of like hanging out and listening to, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment because I normally spend quite a bit of time just drawing these on the back end on top of getting stuff ready for our gaming streams and building up different stuff. So, I mean, if you guys like this, I'll continue doing this as I'm drawing stuff, you know, in the future or whatnot. Actually, I'm gonna steal the exact same color I had here. I'm just gonna put that for his little pendant because it is metal. It's a dark metal, but I still want to use that base for it. And then his shirt over here. Oops. His shirt over here. I just gotta mark him. There. I'm going to change. There we go. Fantastic. And last but not least, let's get those anal beads on his wrist. Why he has them, only gods may know. And at this point, they ain't talking. Alright, zoom out, make sure he's good. Alright, he's good. So we have bases down for breaking up, which is going to make coloring even easier because as I go through for these characters now, instead of having to go underneath the line art and select areas, I'm selecting the whole color sections now. So I can easily drag and drop, map out, start shading in, which shading, once we get our colors down, I'm trying to think of how I want this, because I know, and just for reference, let me do like a nice one. So over here, right, is where I'm going to be having our light source, right? So our light source is going to be coming from this direction. So it's going to be casting through here, casting through here, and it's going to be bouncing off a lot of these other like things that we're seeing. So it'll like hit the tail here, and then it'll bounce back that way just a little bit. That's how light works. It bounces, right? So my next task is figuring out where these shadows are going to be lying, as well as our highlights. That way, as we start overlaying more and more colors, it's going to look even better. But I think we've gone enough. Let's look at our breakup here. Our breakup, even between the characters, right? We have, interesting enough, I can't relate to this. For Karib, we have a universal kind of like look here. You see how it has his tunic, his pants, both have that kind of like peachy kind of color. His boots have a similar color. What's different is his skin, his hair, and his sword. Those are gonna be the main focal points. That's him, but his general look is very linear overall. It's gonna make him look like a cohesive character. Amon's character, it has another playoff, so you can see where he also has a similar kind of peachiness on his tunic right around here. However, like around here, right in between there and here, he has that like same semi kind of peaches right there, but it's a little bit darker because of his armor set. But then where we have is kind of like the contrast, and we have these lights and darks between the characters. One looks like a darker character, but in fact is actually more lighter, airier, bigger than life character. The other one, who in other scenarios would be a very pleasant, wonderful person, has this darker feel to him. And it's playing into their character and really setting them apart. So let's hide that gradient again. I like how I think like I'm talking like semi-professional, but I'm really not. It is what it is. Again, if you like it, you like it. This is for my thought process as well. I'm used to slapping on colors, slapping on some shade and some very minimal lighting. And backgrounds is always difficult for me. So I'm trying to incorporate backgrounds more into my pieces, and I'm trying to take a different approach to the coloring. As far as like obviously working none of these are true colors. These are grade variations of the colors that I'm going to overlay with the colors later on. Background, I think I'm gonna leave the background as a neutral gray right now. If I wanted to, let's see, it would be kind of darker in through here. Like, let's take a look at what's that? Oh, that's my original sketch. So if I went here, right? And let's get a much bigger, softer brush than what I have. Bigger, softer brush, and we'll make it perfect. So in through here, right, where shadow isn't really going to be, or I'm sorry, where light isn't going much to be, we're gonna have these. It's going to be darker through here naturally, because again we have the sunlight coming in this way. So this front part is going to naturally be darker. But then we have like this building here, and then some of these faces of things will also be darker with their shadows extending. That's going to play on the road and things like that. So we're going to have some shadows through here. Right, we have lights going to be coming straight down. This I'm imagining some sort of overhang, so that's going to have dark, and then obviously dark through here. Again, it's not going to be super, super dark, but we can always just kind of play with things to see how it's going to look semi-different. So we can already see we're building a scene now because we're having these aspects where we know shade is going to be, even behind this door, just to kind of give it that boom factor, like, oh snap, we just snapped the door, type thing. It also has, with the building and shadow, different stuff, different elements is going to do that for us. So let me just get all that off. Fuck that. Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to go to our colors. So I think what I'm going to do is work on Amon first. So clearly, right, we have his flesh tone, which now I can just grab because it's one piece. And what I can do is now on this separate layer, sometimes I don't even need to see if it'll allow me to, oh no, okay. Let's do this thing. Let's go to adjustments. Let's go to hue and saturation and colorize. Throw everything in the trash. I don't want Milo getting in.
I put my box
okay.
and empty.
Thank you.
Well, not the sauce.
Thank you. So now with this, right, we can play around with mapping out where I want his flesh tone to be. And we can kind of go on different tangents. Okay, do we want it a little bit? Do we want to start off lighter? Is he more of that vibrant red, or is he more of kind of, maybe if we go to the other spectrum of reds, is he like this deeper kind of red, right? What's up, Damien? So yeah, this is new. I figured I have to draw this thumbnail for you guys up anyway, so why not? And in retrospect, I think I want to make a Boonda character in my next game. Well, what if we had a Boonda NPC that you can do whatever you wanted to? Just ideas. So I'm thinking how I kind of want his coloring to be here. Alright, so I do enjoy this color, so I'm going to select that color. I'm going to hit cancel, because what I want to do is I want to keep these layers separate. I don't want to commit to this one color overall. Ooh, that grabbed more than I thought it was going to grab. Because then if I feel like it, I can just kind of erase it. So let me go into here. Okay, let's get just erase up where some of that red came through. But yeah, this is kind of the coloring process I'm gonna try out. It's a much more unusual color process than I've ever done, so I am to a degree uncomfortable with it. But from what I've seen, I'm trying to branch out from my normal cartoony-esque, and you can still see it's even the faces right here have a very cartoony-esque essence to them and style. And for me, I've always loved that realism, even hyper-realism aesthetic to characters, and I've always wanted to do it. But even when practicing, I default into this area. So that's what I'm trying to just do something new, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure just yet. I'm going to go with the round hard brush for my eraser right now. I just want to make it smaller so I can get these areas a little bit easier. And I'm sure that there are much more easier ways of going about coloring, but this is just a different one that I wanted to try. Let's get some of this up. Which right now, I'm pretty sure I did something wrong because I didn't expect as much cleaning up, but hey, sometimes with coloring, there comes a cleanup process. And you just gotta trust, the process, you know? Trust the process. It may look awkward at first, but trust the process. Let's do, I just want like a size 2 brush, please. Thank you. I just want to get that red out from where I don't want the red to be, really. And we'll fix up like where some of these things aren't. We'll go through there and we'll fix some of that stuff up as well. Let me get back to there's my happy, there's my natural eraser, my cartoonist, and my oils. So let me go back to my happy. Sorry, that's what the name of my brushes are, the happy box and stuff like that. So number 3, and voila, look at that. And whoever made this, it's like Legend of Zelda synth lo-fi. I mean, it's just good. I've always loved the Legend of Zelda soundtracks, but to have it hit this way is a little bit different, especially when I can use it just to have in the background when drawing. You know, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys have this video on right now. It's just a background thing. There's nothing wrong with needing background noise for work. That's why things work so well. And I got the boy in the background yelling at the dog for getting on the couch and getting a sock. Welcome to my life. Just a glimpse behind the curtain. I don't even see this part of his armor there. But yeah, it's not that big a deal. Sometimes it'll take me a while, especially this process. It's gonna take me a while to probably color this through. And like I said, there's ways of doing this, but this is the way I'm doing it today, and I'm enjoying even this cleanup process. It's tedious, but it's not to where I'm like, ugh. It's just something different, something new, and it's oddly calming, making it so that way the lines fall through. But I miss his ear completely, completely. I'm such a fool. Boy, was I a fool to ever think. There we go. Let's just get some of that base coating in. We've got a face. We've got ears. We've got fingers to fix. Hands and feet. The bane of all artists. And if you came out the womb knowing how to draw a perfect hand and fingers and feet, you know what, sir, and or madam, and or other, good for you, because this shit is hard. I hate drawing hands. I'll sit here. I will, no lie, for like 20 minutes on one hand, looking at my own damn hand from different angles, trying to get it, and it comes out looking like, I don't know, like I was doing it hyped up on cocaine while blindfolded, hanging upside down with cockroaches crawling down my freaking shirt. They're just hard. They're hard. And I can say I've been getting better. Like, look at this. Look at this meat stick you have. What is that? I don't know. It's the closest thing I'm going to get to a damn ham right now. However, if we zoom out, nobody's going to know. How would they know? It's little things you got to say to keep yourself sane and happy. All right, let's grab. I forgot his tail again. Apparently, nothing here wants me to get this guy's tail. So let's go up. Let's go select, modify, and let's contract by 1. I just needed to contract by 1, and maybe, just maybe, better. Okay, not as much cleanup outside the lines, but you can tell when I first went ahead and did the tail originally on the previous layer, I didn't select carefully enough. So I have these little blotches, but it's much easier doing that than going through and trying to erase for 30 minutes. So I just got to remember to contract or shrink in my selected lines before bucket tooling and painting things through. That way, all I can do is touch up little parts like that with actual color. Yep, what have I done? There we go. And now that's done. Now his armor, it is going for a semi-darker motif. So, first things first, let's go back here. And let's start selecting the darkest articles of his clothing. That should be everything, correct? Yeah, that should be everything. So now, I know me personally, I want it as a deeper, like a deeper leather. Doesn't necessarily mean I want it black, but I also don't need anything insanely vibrant. Jeez, I couldn't think of the word. Words are hard, you know, vocabulary stuff. All right, let's modify. Let's contract once more by 1. Now, let's see this here. Let's do adjustments. hue and saturation. So if I went here and just kind of change the letter, brought that darkness down some, right? And if I go over here, it's already changing certain aspects of it. So I don't know. Him with a purple getup would be bad. Yeah, him with a purple wouldn't be bad. What if I did more of it being kind of, I don't know. See, now I'm not loving that part as much. But what if we did maybe like a deeper blue? Now that I can get behind. A deeper blue, or even maybe something more olive to play off of his skin. Let's try that. Control D. Now that I like the olive color compared to the brown that goes with this thing. But if you guys will hold on for me for just a single moment, I have some business that I got to do. So I will be right back. All right. So we are back, baby. Sorry about that. I had to video call someone about important things, but I'm back. That's what it's all about. So. But I think this is the part of the process that I enjoy the most. It's just now I'm figuring out where I want to layer the color. So we have, I like where instead of doing like a bluer color or like a general brown, more like a darker olive for him. Because again, green and red plays well. And then I think I'm gonna layer up different stuff. I'm not gonna make him as bright. I think I'm gonna dull down his red in a little bit with some stuff. So let's see what we got here. Let's pick up these. these odd gray bits, because these ones are why is it doing that to me? I just want the pieces. That's fine. We'll do with what we gotta do with. Okay. And let's grab that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is these are the pieces that are going to be the deeper brown. And I think I want, just to kind of keep with his like motif, maybe more of like that burntish kind of color. Because this leather, we still want to have it as bright, you know? We still want to have this as bright. Let's increase the brush size on this one. It's all just about figuring out where we want to take this piece, really. Right now, since we're still working on base up, even if I cross over on some of these bottom pieces, or even like this belt right here, these other pieces aren't set in stone for their colors yet, so they can easily change. And what I'm thinking is some of these, like even this color, I think is a little bit too vibrant, a little bit too much full of color, because I don't want it to look like a brand new vest. And of course, through shadowing and detailing, obviously we can change that. But I want to make sure that out the gate I already have that base of it looking a little bit more weathered and less new. However, I don't want him to look homely. And that's the balance that I sometimes struggle with, is figuring out what hue and variation of these colors I want to do to where it's not going to look as, odd or cartoony or whatever the case may be. One boot, or boot face I should say. One boot face, two boot face. And sometimes I use the bucket, sometimes I'll just shade it in. You get in the mood for different things on how you want to color. Is that everything that I have marked off? That odd color? It's not. I have... Yeah. Oh, his glove. I did. His glove. We want his glove to be that color. Now we go back and get any pieces that didn't quite catch, including like the strap here that didn't catch. I want to make sure everything on this one is good, because this one, it's really hard drawing feet for me. Like I've already stated, it's even harder drawing boots from an under position. So there's just a lot of things I struggle with. All right, let's get this strap that I forgot to grab as well. What is this, Mario? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really just enjoying this little mix that's on right now. I mean, if you don't, first off, the Mario mix is already catchy as heck. And if you don't appreciate it, then I mean, I'm sad for you. I am. All right. I'm thinking. I do want to do a blue on Among. I want to play with that blue there. I want to have more of. I want it to be, again, less, not so vibrant, but not super dull. I want it to be like a nice, more neutral blue. Let's. I'm thinking. This is just me thinking here. What if, right? Let's play around with some places, some placement of blues here. let's keep this undershirt look, right? Get that blued out. And then that leads in, segues into this here along with this arm. I wanted it to be kind of sad. I wanted it to show his like semi-shifty nature. And for the life of me, I cannot recall if Amon wore a hat or if he just liked stealing people's hats. So I didn't put one on him. But again, this one is yeah, NerdTots Jay's character. I'm gonna search that. Let me do get in there where that strap is gonna be gone. Alright, and let's finish coloring that in. Now I don't hate it, right? And honestly, this brown that we've already kind of chosen, this brown right here, I don't hate that brown. I think I may just leave that brown. And instead, for the other browns that I haven't really decided on yet, let's take this version of it and let's darken it maybe. What if we did that, right? And then what if we went ahead and gone back, let's go back here, double click, because whatever I did broke my stuff. Alright, let's do, actually I'm not going to get that last part. Let's just get these main parts real quick. Let's see how well this is going to look. You know what? I'm feeling this darker, warmer brown. Because this lighter one's not bad, but this dark one I feel adds that extra, like this nice extra element to his armor that wasn't necessarily there before. Why am I getting missed calls again? And those missed calls, for the time being, I'm going to have to wait because you guys are important right now. You know? Whether you believe it or not, they're important. We appreciate you guys that tune in and hang out with us on our different streams and our different shows that we've put out. So if you guys have any recommendations as far as like, you know, something interesting you guys like to see or for us to do, hit us up. Let us know. Drop a comment, leave a message, hit us up on one of our social media platforms so we can get down on that and really just have some fun. You know, really what this channel is all about. It's about having fun, getting outside your box, get creative, and if possible, inspire some other people. I don't know why this didn't capture, but I don't know why that went so far in. It zoomed so far in on that one. There we go. Now, I don't know about you, but one thing that gets me is when I say goodbye on the phone. Why call me back 10 seconds later? We don't talk. I don't understand sometimes. And it's just like in general. Like, I don't know. If maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But every now and then I'm just like, we just talked. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep this for the rest of the browns. And honestly, that original color that was selected for that little cloth material stuff, I think I'm gonna keep that as is too. Like I like the color that it came out as weird as that sounds. With this, I just realized this boat came all kind of jacked up, but that's okay, cause we can fix it, baby. Yeah, I'm taking this brown. This brown that we ended up making here. I could probably use a bigger brush for the bigger areas. Makes sense, right? Look at that. Swing, swing. Uh-oh. Nope, I don't like it for that belt. Ooh, I'm not gonna like it for that belt either. So which means that shoulder is going to have to change. Let's go maybe. What if we went like this? What if we went something so left field no one would ever expect? No one ever expects left field. Boom. Just slighter color. Am I in love with it? Let's see. Am I in love with it? Well, I don't, again, I don't hate it. So let me swap colors, get back with this darker one, and just fill in. Let's go back in and fill in with Define. Some nice spots that obviously didn't get caught. Sometimes grabbing things with the lasso tool and stuff is just odd. There we go. Swap with that. Let's get that in there and zoom in on that. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I like it or if I don't. I just realized I completely missed this bottom leg too. Or this bottom boot, I should say. Let's zoom in, please. Let's just. And this is just me kind of semi-spitballing too. If you guys have characters that you guys would like to see drawn up, I think I'm going to make it one of our Patreon goals. Where, to a certain extent, maybe like first tier, we get you in Discord, get you communicating with us more. Second tier, we do like I can do some rough sketches and general concepts. Third tier, gets you everything plus, an actual portrait sketch. Because we've done, like I've gone ahead and done some of the, let's see, where are our characters at? There we go. Like I've done a lot of well actually all of our portraits, like this one for instance. Like our character portrait, right? Things like that. Maybe if you guys want to see your character drawn in a way in a portrait-esque type deal, let us know. Let me know. We'll figure something out. Alright, so for the most part we have flats on Amon, which is perfect. Let me layer this as Amon. I like to keep my layers separate, especially when it comes to coloring and shading. One for each character and two for just general stuff. For like shadows, it just makes it easier to be able to go through and touch up on the layers directly. Instead of having to sit there and crap, I didn't name this layer, now I have to search for it. And I just realized that in my line art, I have a boo-boo where I did not take out a line. There we go. I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get, my friends. That's all I'm doing right now. Basically with what I've been doing, I know it feels like multiple steps, right? And it really has been. It's multiple steps, but it's multiple steps to an end goal. I have these layers that I want to keep separated. I have these layers that I have separated in such a way so I can go back and break them down. Go back and touch up. Go down and add highlights and stuff like that. I forgot to add his belt loop. And that way when going back, I now have these like small little items to just kind of keep in mind as I'm continually going through this paint now. Or just have touch-ups or some paint cross over to where they don't necessarily need to be. When we get to spots like this, right, where again, I don't know if I'm 100% happy with it, but at the same time, that's okay. Because then we do small things. What did I just... there. Ruin the color I found. Just slightly darker. I'm just gonna imagine those are like folds or breaks. Did I mess up this belt? Yes. Do I have all the time in the world to fix it? At this point, I do not, unfortunately. Because I gotta get this done. I'm behind on our fold belting. That's on me. That's on me, son. I have this metal. I should probably get this like a tingy kind of color, just so I know. Just so I know. Oh, I gotta fix this shirt. Again, tedious but enjoyable is the only way I can really put the process of doing this. It takes a while. I think before I spent a few hours on a drawing before, like no joke. I spent like a good solid 3 hours just on the line, another like 2.5 hours. I've started drawing at like 3 in the afternoon and finished like 11. Because sometimes you just go, or sometimes you get distracted by certain things. And what I like to do for the eyes, I don't like to go full white. I like to go like an off-whitish kind of, right? That way, because no one's eyes are truly like white. You know, there's always that like color to them a bit. So I just like to make sure that that's represented here. Wow, his eyes are cockeyed as shit. Same thing with the teeth. They're never really... Unless you like freaking a movie star or something where they're like white, but... Look, now I got the base for him on. This is good. I am, like I said, I'm going to leave this little wrapping right there. I'm going to leave it that color. I enjoy it that color for some reason. I don't know why it just works so well. Now... It's time for a big boy group. Oh, I didn't do eyes. Eyes for Amon. What color were his eyes again? They're like a yellow, right? No, they were like deep orange, but I want like a nice orange. Orange is one of those tricky colors, you know, where it's like you can have a decent orange, but at the same time you could totally not have a decent orange, if that makes any sense at all. Just one of those very not unusual, but for me, tricky colors. I just get this little... Alright, let's try this real quick. Let's just go full hard round, right? There we go. We have some life into him now. Again, no shading, no highlights, just base colors. And now we get to work on Damon's character, which is So I drew him once already. I've drawn him. No, I lied. I've drawn him twice. I think each time his look came out different. So I'm trying to find this more of a cohesive look than anything when working with his. So I'm gonna put what I did previously for his just for reference. So let's pull this up here. Actually, I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go to my documents. Oops, sorry. Pictures, Fool's Bounty, characters. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I have two variations of crib, and they're both different. But I'm gonna go with the one I like the most, which is like a very, very Pacific Islandery looking homie. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look here. So I want to start off with the skin first and foremost. So we have Amon right there. I want to get Crib's skin base. That's what I want right now, because that's, for me, going to be the trickiest part of Crib. So Crib, flat. All right. Skin color now. Yes, this. Let's take a look here. Let's try something out, right? Get my normal brush back. It's honestly just trial and error with all this stuff, to be honest. However, my only concern is that he becomes too close to Amon's chest piece, which is what I don't want to happen. So maybe after I lay this down, I'll go back and just mess with the values of this particular color to see if I can get a little bit closer to something that I'd like. I'm almost done.
What are you doing? It's
Almost
been a
done.
long time.
It's
And I
been.
said wait for you to be done.
Yeah, you can wait if you want.
Okay. And I wait right here?
I mean, if you want to, you're gonna get bored waiting right here, but it's up to you, homie. What you want to do?
Yeah, but you're almost done with the forehead.
Okay.
So you're gonna show the kite.
You're gonna say hi to all the people. You're gonna say hi to the world.
What you was talking with?
To the people. To the world.
Your friends?
Yes and no. Some of them might even be enemies. It's too early to tell.
No, it's your friends.
Oh, you think so?
Friends, yes. Because you only talk to your friends.
Possibly.
All the time. You see your friends.
This is true. Can I debate your logic, child?
And are you done now?
Not yet. I still gotta finish some stuff. It'd be like, I don't know, maybe like 10 more minutes.
You going to do the fire guy?
Well,
This guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that guy, yeah. He's looking at my reference, the fire guy, because
And you
Damien's
do
character.
that later after nighttime? And you go to bed? You should do that guy after we're done doing after it's nighttime. And you do that after nighttime. Because that will be more quicker because I'm gonna still be asleep because
well, no, I can't because tonight we're doing D&D tonight, remember?
D&D?
Yeah, D&D. We're doing D&D tonight, sucker.
You going at the jumping place?
No, the jumping place, that's not D&D.
Where are we going?
I didn't say we. I said I guess I did say we. I guess I did say we. Alright, so Crib has.
And you do
Does
that
have a
after
darker brown. So let's
nighttime?
do.
And you do that after nighttime and you're still sleeping?
Let's go with this one here.
Daddy, Nigel,
Not right now.
only a little bit on the hair. And then a little bit, only that.
You want you want to do a piece?
Yeah, a piece.
Okay. You see this like green part right there?
Yeah.
You're gonna do that. So watch your feet.
Okay.
Come here though. Say hi to the world.
Hi.
Okay, look there. Say hi to the world.
Hi.
Alright, so now you don't have to do it hard, do it nice and soft, right?
I know.
There we go. Get it. Get it.
You're messing me up.
My bad. Well, good job.
Can I do the whole hair?
Yeah, I'll let you do it. Go ahead and do the whole hair. You got it. Go, go. You got it. Hey! Looking good.
I messed up a little bit.
It's alright. I can fix it.
I did it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Say bye to the world.
Bye.
Now go on get. Go on YouTube's.
Daddy, what does it happen?
Ouch! Done smack my entire desk.
Yeah, you always make the whole desk fall.
I know. Alright, go watch YouTube.
You peed on like one.
Alright, yeah, what has happened? Alright. Let's go back here and just fix up some of the stuff little man was working on. Alright. Wow. Okay, well his hair's looking okay. But now I gotta fix.
Friday?
Sure.
So, Daddy, you have to do the house after.
Alright, let me finish. Come on.
I don't want you to do the house. You can do the rest later.
Okay, well let me finish this guy then, alright?
Okay,
Yeah, first.
No, not
This guy.
okay.
Okay,
I'm
alright.
gonna watch you.
You
They do very good and easily.
There we go. We got
Daddy, I did
Corinne
the
coming
hair.
along.
Wait.
Yeah,
I
we
did
did do a
it.
good job. We'll go back and touch up some of the areas here.
Because the white. I didn't do the white.
Okay. Go watch TV.
I'm gonna wait for you.
It's gonna be a while. Just go watch TV.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Adios. Adios, Paco. No, we didn't do too bad. Alright. Okay. We got skin down. We got hair down. Now it's time to move on to the clothes. Now this one, dark. So I know I like that darker gray for what his clothing, I guess. Let me go back here. See, I don't know why it's adding everything to areas, but let's see. What if I try to think of it. Oh, you know what? Let's do this instead. Onto this one. I don't know why it's being like that, but I am going to grab my. Oh, I did caps. Oops. I'm gonna grab my pieces from my liner, right? And I'm gonna try something. A little fancy. I say fancy, but it probably won't be that fancy. Let's see if I can do it. I have a vision. I have a dream. Oop, that wasn't it. Alright. No poop. Okay. Let me try something. I'm gonna try doing just a standard gradient. I'm gonna go from a deeper black, not even black, more like a darker wine, into like a regular, maybe like a light grape or darker, like a dark grape. Let's see how. Let's see if this will even work. Let's make sure first we're set to that. Let's go over here to Carib and apply gradient. Ooh. You know, I don't hate that. I don't hate that one bit. And then what we do for the inside, what if we just went ahead and made it for like that inner piece? What if we just made it a duller version of that grape still, right? So let's go back up here. And I don't know why you're doing that. Killing me. You're really killing me. Let's do. Well, make that baby fat. There we go. Do like the inner. What if? What if? I'm using a little bit more. Oops. Jesus. Neutral. Oh, we have his boots. Poop. What if on the different spectrum then? What if we went like this color? It wouldn't make sense for it to be that color on the inside. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined everything. Ooh, what about a more... You know, sometimes the inside of coats have that more like vibrancy. I don't think that's what I want to do in this case. I think I want to keep it darker and dull. Yeah, that should be alright. And then what we'll do is we'll add the shadows in later on. Okay, so we have that. Next up is, I guess we will do the boots. Let's get these babies mapped out. Uh-oh. Now these ones, similar to Amont, are going to have a kind of dual tone to it, in which the straps will be one color while the main boot piece will be another. Now for this, I'm thinking if anybody's going to have the darker boots, it's going to be Amont. I'm sorry, Carib. So let's do... I'm really trying to think of what's going to go with what. This is where things start to get tricky. What if we went with a boot color like this? Nope. Gross, disgusting, absolutely loathe it. I do not like that. Why would you even let me choose that? We kept this like, it's gonna be more towards, let's do this one maybe, yeah? Yeah, let's just keep this like a deep brown. Alright, let's just, uh-oh. I forgot to, I almost fudged up layers there, man. let's keep that color. Okay. Let's shorten down our worker brush and just clean up. They call me codename the cleaner. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about those boots. I'm not. A lot of things are hard for me, which includes clothing. So these boots, to me, I'm like, yeah, they're cool, I guess. When I secretly just hate them so much. But I digress. Let's go with. Let's keep this like. Let's keep this going, shall we? So let me. Thinking, what if we had a lighter boot in the back, opposite of. Let's do opposite of Amon's, right? So Amon has the darker boot base with the lighter boot covering, right? Let's do flip flop. Right? Let's go. Let's do the lighter base with the darker covering to it, and my music has stopped again. My music stopped again, didn't it? It sure enough did. Excuse me. Yes, we were still listening to that. How dare you, first and foremost. And this is the stuff where now we're just chilling, we're vibing with it, right? We're heading in a direction. We don't know if this direction is gonna take us to our end goal, but it's taking us somewhere, right? And I may just do this heel. Yeah, I'm gonna do this heel this color because a lot of boots are segmented for where the heel part is connected, and not all boots, but some will have the same. It'll just have a stitching there with the same color. Doesn't necessarily. They don't necessarily always do the two-tone permanently. So I might try and stick with that and see how it feels about it. It's all about the feeling. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. And we'll do it like this. Let me get a little bit. I imagine. Yeah. Now we're getting some angles, baby. Again, not hating it. I've run out of juice, the nectar of life. Let's go over here. Let's just color these beads. I'm not gonna keep them purpley. I'm debating because I like the color of the pants, but I don't. Oh, why is life so difficult? I don't know why it's. I forgot. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. Here, let's want those two pieces. And what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. Zoe! Zoe has such a cute little voice. I'm assuming you're thinking about one of the characters I'm talking about, not me. But if you are, thank you. Such a cute little voice. Oh, talking about the child. The child. Haha. Yes. Now we're on the same page. I wasn't trying to take a compliment. I was scrolling through watching entertainment news on YouTube and ended up here. What's up, Nicholas? You know what? Destiny brought you here. Life brought you here. And Mac, it's been a minute. What is going on? This guy, he says. I miss you, Mac. I'm glad you found this. What? You know what? I'm going to go with... I feel like he would have very neutralist pants. I say neutralist in like a weird way, but he would have pants in a way that. Let's see how that goes. I don't like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Like that. Trying to figure out how I want the placement needs to go. Okay, I'm just gonna do straight solid bucket. I'm gonna keep it like those. I feel like he's gonna have those very minimalistic pants where you can get them from anywhere. Because for those that haven't, again, if you haven't watched Fool's Donnie yet, Crib is on the lam from his own town, so his own city, his home city. So he's not gonna have the most stuff ready available. So finding quick things that is gonna be easily manageable is gonna be key for him. So I feel like he would have these minimalistic pants that it's not going to take much upkeep, and probably swipe them off somewhere if he didn't go ahead and just go ahead and straight out buy them. But this is the vibe I'm going for. Now I have to work on his blade and whatever arm cuff he has. So yeah, I've been watching, just lurk. You would be like, all those cosplays you've been doing of you lurking in the damn woods and bushes, have you become a genuine lurker now? But I loves it. But yeah, so this is I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. So let's do. I'm gonna keep up with. Let's see. Let's go in the more bluish area, and want to keep up with almost like a steel kind of color. So let's go down, and this one I'm just gonna freehand, right? I'm gonna try and get this line where it breaks. I am on the wrong layer. Son of a bitch. There we go. I'm gonna just get this as kind of like a break, almost like a two-tone, kind of like how a blade would be two-tone in a general thing here, because I'm gonna go back in with some highlights and some shadows that's gonna make this more metallic, including obviously different kind of flares and things for it. Listen, I'm not trying to dog on your playstyle. I've been enjoying your cosplay stuff. Come on, I think Chopper is my favorite so far. I cannot lie. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm about it. I'm wondering if I should just leave. Oddly enough, I like the wristband color and the shirt color as is. However, I might go with a deeper like wine. Stefania, this is a non-alter bridge Burger King Papa John's channel. Let's try this like deeper wine color and see how I'm feeling it underneath this jacket hoodie thingamabob. Let me just do this. It's fine. Because I like that cool green, but at the same time I feel like it sticks out maybe too much. If I don't like how this wine is turning out, I will just end up keeping the green. But genuine thoughts and opinions, and I would love you guys have a color composition you guys would like to see. Everywhere is an alter bridge brick. It's all about the alt scenes, people. There we go. Alright, let's back out and see how I'm enjoying this. I don't hate the wine. I think I like the wine more than I like the green. I feel like it melds a little bit better. So now I can work on starting to apply my shadows and my other things. So let's go ahead and just block by, and we don't need that anymore. Why are you still? Did I do you on the wrong layer? Oh, I freaking did. Oh, Damon, I am doing this with my pen. I use the Huion Canvas 13. It is a, actually, I'll show you my setup here. It is, I can't really get a good angle, but it's this thingy. It connects through to my PC and my other monitors. As you can see, I didn't mean to show everybody. No crotch shots. That's my bad. But that's where I'm at. And I fucking did this on the wrong layer. I'm so upset with myself. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can fix this. Boom. Alright. That's done. Make you go away. Go back over here. And just erase this bitch. Hey, and we fixed it. Alright. Now comes the fun part. So first thing I want to do is still, let me make sure that I get my light here so I can just have it for reference. I want to make sure that I can see where my light needs to be at all times. So again, my light, just so I can see this better, it's coming from here. It's going to be coming this way, and basically straight this way, which means it is going to be hitting, bouncing, hitting, bouncing, hitting, bouncing, hitting, bouncing, all over the place. So I just want to make sure that I have that up. So as I shade, I'm not going to lose my mind on this. Let's remove that. Let's do new layer for shade. Let's see. So Damon, yeah, Mac has already cosplayed a few different characters, including Chopper from One Piece. He did a Mortal Kombat, sort of his own thing. He was, I believe, he did like the son of a character in Mortal Kombat, so that way it was a little bit different. All right, I need to 1 second put on my. There we go. Let's do it like this. And then now is where with shading I get to have a little bit more fun because I can drop the opacity. That made it look like he just shit his pants. Okay, I'm about it though. So this as a whole would genuinely be devoid of light, right? So let me just make sure I get all of this for the most part. Again, for the most part, devoid of light. There are going to be areas where light is still going to hit it. That's where the bouncing of certain things and where the light's going to be coming through, because generally from this point head on, we're not going to see some of these shaded values. Alright, let me drop this size. And it's just where the shadows cut in underneath from a lot of these folds. Mac, are you going to be doing a bridged Nappa? Please tell me you're doing a bridged Nappa. If you don't, I'm going to be. If you don't, why even do Nappa in the first place? Not going to do a bridged Nappa. Alright, let's get some of these harder shadows in there. kneecap's gonna be coming through straight down. Let's see. Ah, I would love if you were. I mean, you're already Mr. Popo, so I'm not gonna make you be Mr. Popo again. Let's see. Got a prequel comic and a companion book. What? Damon, of course you can plug your comic book here. Are you serious? You don't need to act brand new here, Damien. You're basically already part of the channel. Plug what you gotta plug, my guy. I didn't even know that you were working on. I think that's awesome. Sweet Damien. Why is he Sweet Damien? Written by, but I'm not that kind of artist. Even Zoid is more advanced than me. Advance my butt, but again, I'll take that compliment. All right, let's get some of these. Let's get some more of these inner shadows going, and then from his tail, we'll go back and I'll clean up some more of this later on. So let's do here, and we're gonna get this spot in there and back there. Refine where those parts are going to be coming through. Actually, that would have something like that. Kingpin for Marvel. Okay. The Kingpin one would be pretty sweet to see. And yeah, Damon, I do want to check out that other side, so I definitely need to know when that one's coming out, because I need some decent horror movies in my life. I need to feel something. Alright, we're getting some simple shading here. There we go. We'll make our way up. There we go. I don't think everyone's ever going to call you Sweet Bunda. Maybe General Bunda. General Bunda sounds more like a Bunda thing, like General Kenobi. Let's get some of this here. Boom. Now, one thing that I have to remember is that arms are cylinders. Cylinders have lighting and semi-shading on both sides. It needs to remember that, otherwise there's no point in trying to shade it, because then the form just looks off. So here's what I'm going to do. If anyone feels like getting a comic, buy the basic, and I'll send you a $60 package. But you gotta send me a note that says, Sweet Damien. Now, Damien, what happens if they send you a note of them getting that tattooed on them? Do they get any benefits for, you know, fully committing to putting that in ink on themselves? Because, I mean, hey. It should pay to commit, you know? Almost. So as for the film, script is in a final draft.
What'd you do?
The colors are still there, Aiden. I'm just doing some shading now. So look.
No.
Ah, alright, we're getting some shading now.
No, Daddy. You said we could. Me could. Fight the kite
Now
after you're done doing this guy.
I know. From now on, I'm to be referred as General Boonda.
That's for the kite.
You'll get them a walk-on role in the film. All right. So I'm going to go get a Sharpie, and I'm going to start writing Sweet Damien on me for a walk-on role in this film. Can I let me be like dead body number 3. I don't even need to be number 1. Dead body number 3 or wall corpse number 7. I like that sound. Wall corpse number 7 is what I want to be.
You're not talking.
I shall call you Bad Boonda instead. Alright, let's hide that again. And this is where the fun part comes in. I get to see how my shading is coming out with the colors. Which this, honestly, I'm not liking this. I'm just going to cover this piece up. There we go. Because I have to remember that these are going to have reflective surfaces a lot.
And that's other Daddy.
Like you're scolding a puppy. Bad Boonda. No begging. I love it. I freaking love it so much.
Daddy.
Bad Boonda.
Daddy.
Yes?
Is he have a dog?
Does who have a dog? Who? Him? Him is me, fool.
And he said, and he has a dog too? Milo?
Yeah, Milo's laying down.
I saw him look that way. That means Milo's right there.
That means Milo's right there?
Yeah.
Alright, let's just clean up this. General Boonda, Sweet Boonda, Papi Boonda, those all work. Call you Big Baby Boonda. It's even alliteration at its finest. Big Baby Boonda.
Daddy, let's bring the kite now.
We're gonna go. Give me 5 more minutes, okay?
No, it's been 5 minutes now.
A pinky promise.
No, it's been 5 minutes.
Pinky promise.
It's been 5 minutes already.
Okay. 2 minutes. Best I can do.
Oh boy.
1 minute? Okay. 100 minutes.
No!
Okay.
Like 1 minute.
1 minute and we'll go fly the kite.
Yeah. 1 minute. Nacho?
No, because I'm doing this part now, puppy.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm doing this part.
And I do the horns?
The horn, we'll see. Maybe. I'll call you when it's time for the horns, alright? Deal?
Deal.
Alright,
And
deal.
after the horns, we go fly the kite.
Okay. Adios, muchacho.
I
Ooh. I like where your head's at, Damien. Let's get more people in this. Which I've been waiting for you guys to leave the freaking town you've been at. Well, I guess 2 sessions now. But once you guys have gone from there, I'm planning on bringing in some people as well. So if you guys want a chance, I'd rather die than do that. And this is why you will never be General Boonda. You want the title, you gotta earn it. But if y'all do wanna play D&D, and y'all want a chance to mess with both Damien and Jay in the best ways, hit me up. we can work something out. Bunda, if you want to mess with Damien, we can mess with Damien. We can mess with Damien good. Alright, let's clear up some of this stuff. Y'all got knocked out for reasons that will come to fruition tonight. And then by tomorrow we should have the newest episode of Fool's Bounty up. Hey Jen, welcome to the random stream of me coloring and things happening in chat. Alright, let me try and finish up these last portions where the light's not going to touch on Amon. At least the soft shadings. And then onto his face. So his face is going to have that more. So we're going to get through here, right? RDD. Oh, the animated D&D. I have only ever watched like 5 episodes maybe of the animated D&D, but I remember that it was freaking nuts. Remember, it was like episode 1 they ended up fighting freaking the dragon of, or god of all dragons, Tiamat. Alright, let's apply the color back on, see what we're looking at. The opening with the roller coaster, exactly. Like they had zero chill on what they were gonna do in that show. They're like, hey, episode 1, we don't know how long this is gonna go. Let's hit him with a banger. Okay. And then that's what I'm missing. I think I'm missing some of the general shading on his face, really, because yes. You gotta give me 1 second.
1 second? Okay.
Yeah. Just working.
Daddy, you did the horns already?
I didn't do the horns.
Yes, you did.
So since I'm the noob, I can give you the basic learning curve.
Daddy,
You won't know anything. Just make a character based on something you'd love to be in a fantasy movie. That's what we had Damien do, yeah. Play with friends, get a good DM, everyone will guide you, you'll learn to play. Yeah, Damien did have to learn.
Daddy.
He learned on the fly.
Daddy,
Yes. He's not here. This is happening right now. This isn't recorded. I don't know. I don't know where you are.
He's so mean.
Okay. Now let's go here.
Daddy,
Yes.
I'm going to go find the kite because it's been 1 minute.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the kite. Hold on.
10 minutes already. Daddy, go 5 minutes already. Come on. It's been 1 minute.
I know. We're gonna go. Hold on.
After you're done doing the chin. The
Yeah,
chin.
The chinny chin. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is drop this opacity for the shadows just a little bit. Oh, too much. Just a little bit. That's okay. Then from a distance, it'll play out, and then as I add more shadows on, it'll look better. Be ready to improve and laugh, improvise and laugh, and use your imagination like you were 9 years again. Damien has had to improvise so much because of Jay. Listen, his time management skills are ridiculous. I don't know where he gets it from, because me and his mother both have zero time management. We're like, yeah, let's sit down real quick. 5 hours later, we're like, oh shit. He's like, yo, it's been 5 minutes. I'm like, I know. Give me like 2 more minutes. All right, it's been 2 minutes. I'm like, you don't even know how to read, and you can tell time? Come on, kid. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, so we got our light coming from there. So what we'll do is now on top of that, let's go ahead and do a clipping mask. Let's clip mask. We'll go ahead and we will add in some more. Just deeper shadows. Let's see here. Let's go with maybe like a blue or so. And add in some of the deeper stuff.
Daddy.
Yes.
Can you go fly the kite?
Want to fly the kite?
Yeah, come on. You go. Please, Daddy, because I want to fly the kite. Daddy, come on, let's go fly the kite.
Okay. Alright, peoples. Well, I have promised him to go fly the kite like a bajillion times now. So, why does it look like he just beat his pants? I'm just going to completely remove that layer. Delete layer. Thank you. Alright.
Daddy, copying you.
I know. So, this is where I am going to go and kill the stream here. Thank you guys for joining and chatting and just hanging out and chilling for a little bit while I was working on this thumbnail. The boy got the dog excited. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely leave a like, drop a comment, and maybe we'll try and do this more. We'll see if I get some more random days to just chill and hang out. But you guys have a great day, and